now let's go to topic 3. Okay, so for topic 3, it's talking about cost behavior, right? So we know what is fixed cost, what is variable cost, and the main thing for topic 3 is this thing called the mixed cost, and step cost. Okay, mixed cost will be some fixed and some variable, right? And for the mixed cost in topic 3, we learn the high-low method. Okay, high-low method. Okay, so that's you use the high-low method to get the mixed cost, right? Step cost is different, right? It's like after a certain level, then you will jump up the level of cost. Okay, fixed cost, a cost that does not change in total, in total. Variable cost, it increases in total. You see the difference? Fixed cost, the total cost doesn't change. But variable cost, the total will increase. Right? Okay, now. What is relevant range? Okay, when we talk about relevant range, it's talking about normal activity, normal operations. Okay, relevant range. Okay, fixed cost in total is constant. Okay, but let's look at fixed cost. The unit cost will drop. Okay, this is quite a common MCQ question. Okay, for fixed cost, the total cost is the same, but the unit cost would reduce. You see that? As the output increases. That's the fixed cost. That's the nature of fixed cost. Total cost unchanged, but the unit cost will drop as the output increases. Okay, that's the nature of fixed cost. Okay, but for variable cost, are you clear on this one? This is quite common MCQ. They will give you all these like increased total but variable unit cost, what happened, But okay, here. Okay, so there are two types of fixed costs, right? Committed and discretionary. Discretionary means that anytime you can stop or you can change, right, easily. Okay, that's called discretionary fixed cost. Okay, committed means cannot be changed easily. A long-term contract, for example. Once you're committed, you cannot change, right? Okay, variable cost, on the other hand, right, fixed cost doesn't change, right, in total, but variable cost, it will change. Can you see variable cost? Okay, now, see the difference here? So for variable cost, as the product increases, right, can you see? The total amount increases, but the unit cost remains unchanged. Unit cost remains unchanged. Again, so fixed cost, right, even as output increases, the total cost does not change. Right? But the unit fixed cost actually drops. But for variable cost, the total cost increases. Right? Now increases, but the unit variable cost remains unchanged. Okay? Yeah? Quite common MCQ question. They ask this. Right? Whether true and false, that kind of thing. Whereas mixed cost, now we learned the mixed cost, right? There's a fixed cost portion and a variable cost portion. Right? And we use the high-low method. Okay, this is called a cost formula. Okay, this is called a cost formula. Okay, a mixed cost formula. Because this is fixed, $25 here is the variable. So this is called a mixed cost formula. Right, so total cost is made up of two items, right? One is the fixed, and here is the variable. $25 here is the variable. So this is called a cost formula. Okay. Okay. So a step cost will be constant and then jumps to a higher level. Right? So it's constant level of cost and then jumps to a higher level at some point. And then it will remain for a similar range of output. That's called a step cost. Okay, can you remember what's the step cost? says that it's constant, right? For level of output, right? So this output, this is cost. Right? Then after that jumps to a higher level. Okay, so that's called step cost. Okay? Yeah? For a similar range of costs. Now next one is to separate. So the bulk of our lecture for topic 3 was using the high-low method. Right, so how do you separate it? First you look for the using the high-low method. Okay? Then this is called a cost formula, right? Now what's the difference between a dependent variable and an independent variable? Okay? Dependent variable, independent. This, when you talk about dependent here, it means that this value, this cost is dependent on another variable. Right? See, dependent variable, a variable whose value depends on the value of another variable. So what does that mean? The cost depends on what? Which is the variable they are depending on? This one. Right? So that's what I mean, a dependent variable. The total cost is a dependent variable. It depends on this output, whether it goes up or down. Okay, now this variable here is called the independent variable. Why I tell you that? Because again, MCQ may ask you. I tell you for a reason or not. Okay, so independent variable, what does that mean? It's a variable that does not, right? That measures output and explain changes in the cost. Okay, so it's independent of anything, but it's a variable that measures output and explain why there's a change in cost. So the total cost increase is because of this. Right, am I right? The total cost will increase if this one increases. So the total cost is dependent on who? On this output. Right? Okay? So whenever there's an increase in total cost, it's because of this here. That's basically what it means here. Okay? Yeah. So that's the cost formula. Okay, and this is an example of a mixed cost. Right, a mixed cost. Mixed cost is fixed plus variable, right? So this is fixed. Intercept here is the fixed. The intercept is the fixed cost. Why is it a fixed cost? Because at zero activity, you still incur cost. So this part is the fixed portion. Right? As more and more activity, the total cost will increase. Okay, so this is a mixed cost kind of graph. Okay, so that's why they say that the fixed cost is the intercept and the variable rate is the slope. Okay, so now we have kind of massaged through the cost formula, right? So this is called the dependent variable. This is called the independent variable, right? This is called the intercept. Right? This rate is called the slope. Understand? Also, we kind of look through the formula. Okay? Now, so then after that, we gave an example of a high-low method. Right? So how do you do this high-low method? Make sure you take the high activity point, not total cost, okay? So I give an example here like this. High-low method. Don't look at the total cost. High total cost, not high output, high activity. So which is the high? Look at the output. Right? It should be this one. Right? Right? This one here, right? High. And then low output. This one. Right? Look at the output. Don't go and look this side. This is the cost, not cost. If you talk about the high cost, actually this side, this August is the high cost. But this is not the point we are looking for. We are looking for the high activity point. Okay? Okay? Then from there you get the variable rate first. Calculate the variable rate. Right, so we have the high point and the low point. Then you calculate the rate, right? Also it's $6.10 per machine hour. Then substitute in and then you get the fixed cost.
Dulu belajar Pluto.
Okay, get the fixed cost.
Nggak tahu apa-apa tentang dia.
Fixed cost is 440,
Itu kan udah agak smart.
and then come out with the cost formula. It's called cost.
Iya terbaru ya. Itu sekarang ada 5 bulan di Pluto. Ada orang yang enggak lah, cuma ada bulannya berdekat. Hello method.
Gimana?
Okay.
Step 4.
Tapi
Okay, this one February paper.
40. February paper.
February, huh? Let's see what they want. I think they want to know which one is the mixed cost.
Enggak ada.
Mixed cost.
Menurutku enggak jelas.
Which type of cost? Wait, I give you the full question.
Temen gue bilang bakal bilang kita flashback. Dia tetap lanjutan dulu gimana. Dia bilang muka dia tuh kayak gak ada ekspresi. Kayak sendirian banget. Makanya dia jagain gue.
Okay, they ask you which type of cost is the mixed cost.
Bangke.
So you must calculate.
Terus
Sekarang nggak ada ekspresi.
Which one is a mixed cost?
ya
Itu kan habis sampai situ.
Must calculate. Huh? Not what? D, ah? I give you. Are you sure now? Eh, you must use a calculator to calculate. Not guess. So question 3, yeah? What's the answer?
B.
Wrong. Mixed cost, you know. How come you guess this? A, C. Okay. So, huh? Okay, let's see, let's eliminate. Definitely C2 is out, right? It's a fixed cost. No? We look at this. Total cost for 200 services. For C2 is 4650. And for C2 is 4650. So no change. So C2 is fixed cost. Right. Now which one is variable cost? Which one is variable cost?
C1.
Which one is I'm not asking for fixed cost, right? I'm asking for variable cost. Which one is variable? I think the question change it to variable cost. C1 and C4. Okay, C1 and C4 is a variable cost. It's not a mixed cost. How you know?
E. No. E
How you
kan.
know it's a variable cost?
E. E. Dibagi. Terus kalau sama variable. Right?
Okay, so
Mungkin increase.
C1, let's go to C1.
Sampai.
Yeah, let me see what I can get.
Lu ngerti ya?
Oh, fixed cost.
Okay,
Oh,
so let's go to C1.
variable sama apa tuh mix aku nggak tahu.
Variable kalau
Okay,
misalnya
C1, right? Under
Februari ya.
C1.
Variable bisa increase.
Tahu
Okay,
nggak
take
kenapa?
3800.
Soalnya C1 ini
Divide
lu
by
bagi ini
200.
lu bagi ini hasilnya
Jadi kalau
19.
misalnya totalnya sama itu
So it's
berarti
$19, right?
Because variable cost is the cost that you need to make the
So if
basis
you
of
times
product kan.
245,
Jadi kalau dibagi kita dapat
costnya
1
sama.
unit. Ini juga
then you
dibagi
get
dapat 1 unit.
itu variable cost
hasilnya sama
Right,
kan
you see
hasilnya
that?
sama
So it's
sama,
definitely a
jadi
variable
harus
cost.
cari semua jadinya.
It's not a fixed cost.
tapi mix cost
And
gue
not a
karena
mixed
nggak
cost.
tahu gimana cari jadi gue sisanya aja
Aja.
Okay? Is that really lengthy? I thought you would. Okay,
gitu.
now how about C4 ah?
kayak belum
Oh, one
baru
six
nyadar
four.
sekarang ini dulu udah pernah kerjain sih
Divide by 200
Nomor
is 20.8, right?
itu tuh
Per unit. Then you will times 245. That is 5096. So therefore, C4 is also a variable cost. Understand? So what you do is you eliminate the fixed cost as well as the variable cost. Then the rest is a mixed cost. Okay? Okay, so the answer for this one should be A, right? A, okay? A, because it's C3 and C5, no? Okay, how about me? Same, this one is high-low method again. How you do this one?
ini apa ini Februari ya
What's the answer for 5?
Februari.
5.
Ini.
How is A?
Kayak
Nah. Februari ya kan
Okay, 5, can you calculate this? Use the high-low method, use the high activity point alone. Then come out with the cost formula. From the cost formula, you substitute this 4,000.
udah lupa gua
Not A. What's the answer? C. Can do it now. Can you try?
high low. Oh, bisa.
Okay, so come out with the cost formula. Use the high activity. Which is the high activity?
2 4 6
This is the high activity, right? 5, 4, 3, 4, and then this one. Use this two numbers. Come out with the variable rate.
gimana ya gua lupa
Outputnya yang tinggi yang mana? Yang mau output. Outputnya yang mana? Ini ya. Hoursnya ya. 2, 4, 5,
2 4 6 0
2, 4, 600 kurang 2140 ya.
tuh
The answer A. No. C. A 是加 C.
oh sis
C.
2,
Can you all get C? Can you try?
aku dapat A. Bukan A ya? Ini kurang ini kan? Hei.
Iya, tunggu. Si.
Yeah, the answer is C. Huh? Okay.
Oh, si. Ada apa? Oke, ini. 5,5 buat ya.
Oh my gosh, bolak-balik.
Iya.
Bolak-balik.
2.
Okay, so the answer is C. What's the cost formula? Okay, the cost formula is this, right? Total cost equals to 137,
Buat cari fixed cost-nya masih lagi.
right?
Nih, fixed cost udah masuk.
Okay, you should get this.
Oh, ini variable rate.
Get 137.
Iya.
I substitute into the high
Why
one.
the fuck you see the
Who can't get this? Cannot get, go back and try. Huh?
TJ dari mana?
This is the fixed cost.
Where the fixed cost come from?
Oh, aku ngerti lah.
Chicken.
Ngerti lah.
Pokoknya kita lah cuci variable cost itu tak cuci. Favorite.
Ini high output yang tadi.
Kira ya.
Okay, are you done? Okay, so we are done with topic 3, okay? But another topic, topic 2, the last part, they like to ask also in MCQ. Here. Shh. No, look at this. Very common questions. So how do you get direct material use? Right, this is the cost flow, remember? Right, how do you get direct material use? What is cost of goods manufactured? Right? This is topic 2, What is manufacturing cost? Okay, so now let's start with the first one. I'm at topic 2. Okay? Cost flows, This one very common MCQ question. So what is direct material use? Is different from direct material purchase.
It's the same way.
Okay? So to get direct material use is this. Beginning materials plus purchase minus ending. That is your material use. Topic 2. Go to the cost one. Not topic 3.
Goblok.
Ini benci kali ya. Kok nggak lengkap gitu?
Itu chapter 2. Ini chapter 2 ya.
Are you there? Okay, Who's not there?
Nih.
Okay, topic 2. Wait.
Oke.
Go back.
Coba.
Topic 2, got it? Are you sure we can? Got it, okay. Now, direct material use, right, is beginning material plus purchase minus ending. Now, this material use, right, would be put into labor as well as overhead. Material, labor, overhead gives you manufacturing cost. So you have DM, DL, overheads is the manufacturing cost. Now this DM is the material use. Manufacturing cost will include the material use. How do you get material use? You take opening plus purchase minus closing. Okay? Now what is cost of goods manufactured? Cost of goods manufactured would be, take your WIP beginning plus your manufacturing cost less your WIP ending. That's your COGM.
One more time.
Okay, cost of goods manufactured. Okay? that if you want cost of goods sold, it's different from COGM. If you want cost of goods sold, it would be cost of goods manufactured plus your finished goods minus your ending finished goods gives you COGS. Okay, so there are few numbers that they can ask you. Okay? Okay, that's your COGS. Okay, let's run through, right? This is a very common one and most of the time people don't get it right.
Ah, itu coba.
Okay, what are the terms? Direct material use. Okay. Manufacturing cost. Cost of goods manufactured.
Apa ini?
And then cost of goods sold. Okay, so these are the few terms they can ask you, right? Okay, so make sure you are not confused when the question asks you. Now, in order to get your,
Definitely confused.
how do you get your direct material use? You must take your purchases, right?
Relax, relax.
So how do you get direct material use? You take your beginning, right, material,